What's up, Blue Chips? Two trades today, one on BHC and one on ASMB. Let's get to it. All right, traders, real quick before we get to the live trades, I just want to let you know that the live trades are going to just be played in fast forward mode. There's really not any commentary because the kids were being kind of a pain this morning, so I didn't really commentate during the trade, so it'd be kind of pointless to show them to you without just some nice music in the background. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Always appreciate that support. Looking to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Here's the live trades. That was my two trades, one on BHC, as you can see here. Pretty standard. This one fit my edge absolutely perfectly. Nice pop on some volume right over a key area, the $0.50 mark. It actually got all the way up here and close to 31. We took our initial entry here at 30.78, and we were looking for it to get to 31 if it wanted to. It got up to 30.99. We had an ad just sitting there at 30.98, and we ended up getting that fill. High of day right there ended up being 30.99. As it came down, we pretty much scaled out. It was 100 shares, took half off on the first one, took another half, which was 50, and then we took the last 50 right there as we felt like it was just done. Didn't really want to get down to that 50-cent mark that we were kind of hoping for, but ultimately we were looking for it to come down here towards 30. But it just kind of felt like it was done, and it was a nice, good trade to, you know, kind of counteract what was happening at the same time over here on ASMB. This thing was just kind of a pain. Right when we hit the button, we liked the second candle. It was a nice big candle, and we jumped in with 50 shares just based off of the range. And as we hit the button, we realized and saw it on the scanner that it was indeed a lower float. It was 23 mil. So we got this little bit of a drop, and I immediately should have just took the whole position right there and just been done with it. But for some reason, I said, you know, I was looking for it to get down to this previous resistance. And I was like, even if I just take half my shares off here, we can look for the other half to kind of continue the move down because we did get a good entry there, right? It started to pull back. But it didn't, and it actually shot right up through high of day and went higher. We actually timed the top perfectly there, but it didn't come back down below that now previous resistance. It used it as support, did it again. We actually hit the top again, so we're good at hitting the tops, but we're just not getting the pullbacks, you know, these low floats, and it was very spready. It was just kind of doing whatever it wanted to do. Then it popped up. It felt like this candle right here, as you can see, if we can zoom in just a little bit. Actually, we'll zoom in a lot. Right here on this candle, it looked like it was a fake out breakout, and so we looked to add to our position, looking for this to finally come back down. That indeed was a fake out. It went high a day. We actually hit the button here twice for 25 each because these were all, this was 50, this was 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, and then we hit 25 twice up here. So we did realize our mistake, so we stayed lower risk here with our share size as well, figuring if we were going to fight this thing, we needed to make sure we stayed within our max loss. And right up here where we took this last ad, this was indeed why I hit it twice, because we were right near if it went above this at our max loss. So I knew that I could hit it twice here, knowing that if it didn't want to fall back down, if it went over that, we would just simply take the loss and, you know, move on. So it comes down. We took 25 off here to reduce our risk a little bit. It tried to go back up, never really got through 21 with any kind of power. As you can see, the volume completely died off here. And as we fell down, it tried to get through 50. We actually had an order for all 100 shares sitting at 35. As you can see, it got to 40. And as you can see in the live trade, I wasn't even here. I was actually watching this from my phone. And we got to the school like right as this was happening, and I was like, come on, just give me that 5 more cents. And I saw it didn't want to, and the spread was literally 20.40 on the bid and 20.56 on the ask. And I saw the bid start to creep up, and it got up over 50, and the ask stayed at 56. So I hurried up and I hit the button, and it jumped up 2 cents on me. But I didn't want it to continue from there with my full risk. I figured I could at least take half my risk off, and if it wanted to continue, it could. And then I put my order back in. Just looking for it to get down to that initial point that I was looking for. I initially had it at 2035. I put it down at 2028. This candle actually got down to 2014. So we got covered the last 50 shares. And if we want to scroll out and look at the rest of the day, it's actually climbed up quite a bit since then. So we actually had a pretty good cover there for the remainder of our shares. And, you know, it ended up being just a small loss. Let's take a look at the overall here. So we ended up losing $5.50 on that one. On BHC, we made $30.50, so we ended up with a realized of 25. Quite a bit of tickets though, so we'll still be green after commissions, but not by much. And yeah, so we're just gonna take our mistake trade there on ASMB and move on, right? That's all we can do. So if you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. It always helps me out, helps the YouTube algorithm, and it helps me get closer to that 1,000 subscriber mark. We will be here for the live stream tomorrow morning. However, we are going to miss the Friday night live stream. I'm very sorry about that. But unfortunately, my wife has her annual work Christmas dinner, and it's going to run into the night. So really not much I can do about that. And we can talk more about it tomorrow morning. I'll see you then. Peace.